end here, which will show you how it attacks this. What is going on, people? Welcome back to another video. As you can see behind me, there's a Golf R. Now the reason why we're making a video about a Golf R today is because I've never actually driven one. I've driven the S3, I've driven an RS3, I've never actually driven a Golf R. I've made 2 videos now, but yeah, I've never been in the driving seat, weirdly enough, and some people actually think I've driven one when I haven't. And yeah, we've talked about it loads of times, but I thought today's the day we're going to finally get to the bottom of it and find out exactly how it differs to the S3, because a lot of people say that it's a lot different to the way the S3 drives. This is more racy, obviously, it's in the name. And yeah, I just wanted to find out how it's like. This car belongs to my friend who owns the M3. I didn't mention it in the video that he's got a Golf R as well. He had this first. And yeah, we're going to take it for a spin and let you guys know exactly what I think about it. Before we go for a spin though, I'll just walk around this car and show you the spec, because it's a really high spec Golf R. Trust me when I show you, it's got loads of options. So yeah, let's go walk around the car like we usually do. Right, so the Golf R, we won't spend too long on this because we've covered this car a few times on my channel already, but yeah, we'll just go over the spec on this one. So straight away you can see it's finished in black, a very rare color to be honest in the R, and hardly ever see a black one, especially with this sort of spec, because this one in particular has the Pretoria wheels, which like everyone knows, they're the best alloy choice in my opinion. Resets of the car. Also you got the panoramic roof and just all the little silver bits, they just contrast very nice with the black paintwork. Other features on the R, you get of course silver mirrors like I just mentioned, and you get slightly darker back tail lights on a Golf R. Now this of course is a pre-facelift car. If some of you guys haven't noticed already, they have changed the back lights and they've changed the front lights, different DRLs on the newer one. But yeah, this thing is still a spectacular looking thing. Some people for some reason are under the impression that I don't like the Golf R, which is quite weird because it couldn't be further from the truth. I actually love these things, especially when they're spec'd out like this. I'm not a fan of the sort of basic looking ones which don't have anything inside and the Cadiz wheels, because they look quite plain and they don't look special enough for the performance that's on hand. But when it's spec'd out like this, it looks the business. This is definitely the spec I'd go for. 100% a black car with Pretoria wheels, and the panoramic roof is just a bonus. That's something I wish I had on my S3 now. I just love the way it sort of sits. It sort of pops out and it goes backwards, and it just sort of sits like raised in a raised sort of position there, and it just makes the car look so, it looks a bit more meaner to be honest. And check that out with the little wind deflector. Whenever pan roof cars coming towards you, you know it. I mean, it's not like, to some people it's no big deal, it's just a piece of glass that moves backwards, but it does add to the sort of visual appeal of the car. Let's go have a look at the interior. This car has a lot of options on the interior as well. So first things first, it's a DSG car, and also we've got the carbon effect black leather seats, which are quite a rare option to be honest. I don't really see many R's with these, because I'm pretty sure it was probably about a couple of grand option. It's quite hard wearing leather as well. It looks like it could take quite a beating. The rest of the stuff in this car, you've got the upgraded infotainment system, which has now changed in the facelift. The facelift also has the active info display, which is similar to the Audi virtual cockpit with a few less features. This has the standard gauges, which to be honest are very nice. They light up blue, the needles do, and it's just very driver focused. Flat bottom steering wheel as usual, and DSG lever with a carbon effect. Overall this interior is quite nice. Like I've mentioned in a few videos before, I do prefer the S3 interior when I was comparing sort of a base R to my S3, because the S3 comes with a lot of options standard as like leather and stuff. But when you got a Golf R spec'd out like this, especially with the panoramic roof, it really does make it look quite smart, with a nice piano finish everywhere. Definitely is a nice place to be, I can't deny that, definitely. You even got it in the door cards here. So as you can see, a lot of options on this car. So what I'm going to do now is we're getting to finally go for that drive you guys are waiting for, because you've probably seen Golf R walkarounds probably a million times by now. So yeah, let's get in the car. Right, keyless entry and start. Pretty similar start, a bit quieter than my S3 though, I will say. Alright guys, so here we are on the Golf R. As you can tell, the way I think we'll structure this video is we'll go through the way it differs from other hot hatches and also its advantages and then we'll just do a few comparisons. Of course, I haven't got the S3 with me, but you guys, if you've watched my videos before, you'll know that I've covered a lot of the S3, and I'll be able to just give you guys an idea of how it compares. Of course, this is a pre-facelift and my S3 is a facelift, I'm not forgetting that, but the fundamentals of the car should be the same, to be honest. This is more set up for sort of hardcore driving, the S3 is more luxury orientated. Alright, let's just drop the windows down here, see if you can hear anything. It was quite quiet when we revved it at the start, as you will have noticed, but let's see what it does it first. It goes, man, trust me, it goes. Now, the first thing I will tell you guys straight off the bat, yeah, because I'm on a country road that I know very well. I take the S3 on this road all the time, and I know exactly where the S3 sort of starts to lose it out a bit. I mean, to be honest, it's perfect up to 9/10, but then you get to the last 10th, yeah, and the S3 sort of gives up. This, however, it seems to be a bit more planted. It seems to be, it feels like a few people have mentioned that there's weights on the corner of the car. Now, let's not deny the fact that they both share the same Haldex system and most of the underpinnings are the same, but for some reason with this R, yeah, I seem to have a bit more confidence. You know what it is? It's just like, it seems to be a bit more sort of fluid with the way it sort of goes over bumps and the turns. That's obviously down to the way they tune the car, and it's sort of consistent with what I've read and watched online, where people say the S3 is not as sort of racy, put it that way if you want to call it that, racy as the R. It just feels so secure. Now the S3 is very secure as well, let's not forget, but something about the way this thing attacks a bend, it seems to just want to be, it's more eager, like, you know what I mean? And look at this, the way I'm taking that bend. If I do that on the S3, I'm going to have to start leaning sideways, because of course, another thing I mentioned in my previous videos is the seats on this. Very supportive. I feel like I'm stuck here, like you're not going to go anywhere. You can just put the car to its paces. It just sort of eats the tarmac. I don't know what it is. The S3 doesn't eat the tarmac like this. It just grips so well. You know, these roads, I come down them all the time, and you guys will probably recognize them in the video. I've done a few videos on these roads, so like it's probably 2 or 3 at least, and I know where the S3 sort of gives up. It does give up eventually, even if you guys who have S3s don't want to admit it. There comes to a point where it starts floating around, and the brakes, it starts to sort of, it's not confidence inspiring, but that's at like 8 or 9/10. But with these sort of cars, you can reach 8 or 9/10 if you push them. I sometimes do, and I'm pleased to say this thing does respond better. Bloody hell, man. Like, some of you guys might be thinking I'm just saying it, like, because I tend to be quite excited about the cars I drive. It genuinely has surprised me the way it goes around these bends, because you get in it, you feel the power band, you're like, yeah, okay, I'm in my S3. You're sort of sitting in the same position, you got a flat bottom steering wheel, you got the same sort of gearbox feel. I know this is a 6-speed, but the way it feels is practically hard to tell the difference. And you think, okay, yeah, I'm in my own car, just maybe a bit quieter. But then you chuck it into a bend, and it's like this car does not notice the fact that this road has bumps on it. Other cars will like this, like literally every other car that I've had on review or done a video of, I have brought it to this road, and I'm telling you, this car just chews it up. DSG-4 in it isn't too bad either. Oh, the suspension's amazing, man. I'm not gonna lie, literally, this car's not an adaptive car either. Let me just clear that up. It's got no adaptive suspension. It's just like, this road, I know it very well. Like, I would tell you guys if I wasn't surprised or I was bored. So sound actor in this car definitely makes it sound like some sort of Audi Quattro of the olden days. If you guys know, you know. It's got that 5-cylinder-esque noise, but it's never that bad. I don't know, people, they hate on it so much. When you drive this car, you know that it's all about the drive. These little things, they sort of fall in the background. Once you get behind the wheel of this, the way it just flows through bends, brilliant stuff. Right, let's just launch it here. Might as well, right? Same procedure as the S3. You put the you basically turn the ESC in sport and you just hold the brake. I've got an S. Floor the gas, you can hear that. 3, 2, 1. There goes my phone. There you have it. No fuss at all. In terms of outright speed, my comparison won't really be fair as I'm comparing a facelift S3 to this. If you compare a facelift Golf R, I'm pretty sure it's identical. The S3 has a bit more bite, but that's obviously not really a fair comparison, is it? So I'm not going to say. But if you guys want to know, if you've got a facelift S3 and you want to know how a Golf R will be like in case you come across one at a set of lights, the S3 is a bit faster, definitely. But that's facelift only. Pre-facelift, I doubt it. Right, I think what we'll do now, as it's getting quite dark, I'm pretty sure the video is getting quite dark as well, we'll pull over, we'll wrap up our final thoughts on the car. So yeah, see you guys in a second. Right guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was like a quick first impressions on how the Golf R drives. It's the first time I've driven it. I have been in Golf Rs previously, like I said, but definitely is an awesome car, and I do not have bad things to say about it like most people think I do. I just think that the S3 offers better interior and other little nicer touches, but this car is a better driving tool, that's a fact. If you guys think otherwise, trust me, drive both back to back on the same bit of road. The road I took it on today, I know it very well, and this thing just takes it all in without a problem. The S3 doesn't do that. And yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, I'm not gonna lie. I always had an idea that the Golf R was better to drive, but I didn't know by how much. It definitely lives up to the hype. The way this thing attacks a sort of back road is different to the way an S3 does it. An S3 can do 85–90% of what this can do, but the last sort of 10 or 15% this thing has it, trust me, it is a machine. Even though they're both four-wheel drive Haldex and they both have the same underpinnings, there's something about the way it's set up, and it just sort of encourages you to stay on it, like throughout a corner, and also through all the little undulations. It just encourages you to stay on the gas, whereas on the S3 you sort of want to let off. But definitely, I mean, nothing to take away from the S3. I still do love mine, I don't regret it, and this is definitely a great alternative. Also, I want to give a big thanks to the owner of this car. He also owns that F80 M3 that we did a video on about a week ago. I'm just going to leave a link to his website in the description. They offer sort of storage container services, so if you guys are in need of a container or storage, definitely get at them. They've got areas all over UK, trust me, especially Birmingham. Whatever you need storage container services, go to them. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I mentioned, subscribe for more to come, and also give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, because that lets me know whether I should continue videos in this sort of format, because I think we've sort of found the format of the videos now. Before, we're sort of figuring it out, but I think you guys enjoyed this sort of layout of me walking around the car, taking it for a drive, and then just basically showing you how they all like to drive. I don't like to get too nerdy with it. If you want me to get really factual, do let me know, because it's not like I don't know the facts, trust me. There's loads of facts in my head. I just keep them because I want to make the videos a bit less sort of full on. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to see anything else in the videos. And yeah, take care guys, and I'll see you next video.